All right, great. Peace, everyone. This is Kaiser and Staying in the Light Society. And I want to remind people because we are we are in the process of reawakening as a people because we have been put to sleep. Now this is family, but everybody has been put to sleep. But I'm more concerned with my family than everybody. So that's who I'm addressing. We have not been educated. We have been miseducated and we've been miseducated people. And if you don't believe me, Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro, that's what they called themselves back then. Get that book, it'll tell you all about it. All you gotta do is open our eyes, people. All around you, all this man got to offer you is money. Yeah, that's his God. But we don't need the money because we own the earth. We own the earth. What we gonna do with money? Money is for someone who don't have anything. So you gotta have a symbol, something that can purchase everything. That's why he need money, because he don't own it by nature. He got to buy it. That's where the idea of buying land come from. Who sells land? That's your mother. How can you sell your mother? So you see how miseducated we have been? And those of us in America, I say we got a lot of work to do as far as waking up. We got to disengage from this mindset. That's what's keep us enslaved, our own thinking, trying to be in this mindset. It's sickness. It's sickness. It's a sickness. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I was around during the 60s, but I never really participated because I just didn't understand it. I didn't feel the oppression as they was talking about because we had our own community. That's what the process, all that was about, was taking away our community we had. When the people are enslaved, the first thing is robbing them of their knowledge of who they are. That's the worst crime, of robbing someone of their identity. Man, you can't get no worse than that. That's real low. And when we enslaved the Tamahu, we enslaved him. We didn't try to take his identity. We let him practice his religion, whatever he wanted to do, but he couldn't do that foul stuff around us. But now he wants us to practice his filth. Yeah, everywhere you look, he's showing his filth. You can't scroll. He want to show you his filth. We don't want your filth. That's where we got to be. People got to get away from his filth. Everything he touches, filth. If you tell me this is not a hell of a place, because, man, this is the Bible speaks of the whore of Babylon. Yeah, the mysterious whore. What do it mean being a whore? It slept with all the nations of the earth, corrupted them. Yeah, that's why you see corruption everywhere, because it came from the whore of Babylon. And you got to figure out who that is. Who sleeps with all the nations? Who corrupts all the nations? That's why you got to respect people like Robert Mugabe. Look at this. Look at this country, Zimbabwe. It just got freedom in the early '80s. They just became independent. But this man stood his whole life fighting for self-determination. And the UN, don't let me talk about that. You see, this is the trick they played. They knew we were eventually going to have political independence. Sure how this man plans ahead to control you. So they created the UN so that even if you have an independent country, we're going to control you through the UN. They made it a democracy. You see, you never win in a democracy because democracy means might is right. Majority rules. No, majority shouldn't rule. Right should rule. Right should rule, not the majority. If you were the creator, you're a majority of one. If you're with the creator, you are a majority of one. So how can the majority rule if you're wrong? So they let the people have their political independence, and now you had to fight to really be free. All Robert Mugabe was fighting for was to keep corruption out of his country. He didn't want his people to be corrupted. And what do? They sanctioned him for 30-some years, just sanctioned. See, that's the problem, people. When you join their organizations, you give them power over you. I know I'm rambling, but I had a lot of these things in my mind. I got to download before I forget. I got to download these things that I've been studying. So it benefits you, because we're family, and I'm here to share with family. So when you join anything, you give up your sovereignty. You see? Now, how could they sanction? How could they tell everybody don't trade with these people? They say freeze their account. You actually stealing their money. Because that money not just sitting there, you're using it. You're profiting off their money. So that's the legalized theft they call sanctions. But when you join them, you give up your power. You give them authority to do that. I'm just saying, what if he didn't join the United Nations? What they do? How can they touch you if you're not a member of the UN? Even U.S. talking about getting out of the UN. But it's nothing. It's nothing but a club when you're not a member, like James Carlin said. When only the Europeans and got the vote, not one African country can vote on the Security Council, and you call that a just organization? I don't think they ever will have one, because they never get nothing done. But it's not about us, it's about them. And this man has to have money to rule. So don't fall for the okey-doke, people. Money is nothing but paper. Don't sell your soul for a piece of paper. This whole earth belonged to us. I mean, just look. The things that he wastes, how he wasted the country and destroyed. Every time you look, he's cutting something down, cutting the trees, killing the animals, and then he's going to go and clean them off, like he care about the animals. If you care about the animals, stop destroying them with the waste you dumping in the water. Pretending like you care for somebody. You want to erase crime. Be just. Try to be just with the people. You can't. I know you can't. It's not your nature. Yeah, they watching me always. I see them always watching me. Come on. Come on. Yeah. But when you under the protection of the spirit of Allah, which is your higher self, can't nothing touch you. And the main thing you got to do is make sure you ain't got no fear. That's why I hate this. This brother was talking about the police about that. I say, man, don't you remember the man when the song was After Police? That was a message in there. What he's saying is don't give that negative power your energy. You're more powerful than anything. Just like yesterday, we had this great celebration of Malcolm X. But it should be a spirit that he left us that we should always carry. Not just remembering it for one day. This should be who we are as a people. Okay, let's see what we got in the chat. Oh, nobody's talking. Okay. Well, I think we'll sign off.